So today I want us to design a Carpark, and this is the Carpark which I've used C3D Subassembly to design. So if you want to see it, is this one here. Maybe you can just select everything like that, then go to select. You select like that, and say the corridor, select so that is the corridor, and let's see how it looks like. So if you can see, this is the curb, and then there is some part which separates the rest of the surface from the Carpark, and this is the wearing course, which can be concrete or any other material. So, and I've also extracted the solids from the seam. So if we need the seam, we can select the solids like that, select all, and then we also have this one here and this one. So maybe you can also select the corridor. So let's see what you have. Okay, this is what we have here. So as you can see, this is what I want us to make. We can start from going to the Subassembly composer, and from the Subassembly composer we just start here with the first point. So the first point, we can just call it we just input the first code. You can call it the point code like that, and this is a string, and then just write the point code like that. So this will be copied here like that. Then we want to bring a link. This link will be some distance, but we wanted to be able to change the grid. So we also want to have a crossfall, and this crossfall will be in grid. Yes, so you can put like 2%, and then now this one will be from P1. We want to call it we can call it wearing course, wearing or you can call it top link like that. So it's going to be string, I just call it travel way. So this one can just call it the travel way. So I want to give this one that name, and it will be from P1, but we don't have maybe we can just put a point with a link, and then because a link must run from a point to another point, so we can bring a point with a link combined, or a point on. But if you want to bring a link, you need to bring it has to run from one point to another point. So that was just an oversight. So the code here, we want it to be travel way, like that. And now we want to define, so we want it to be slope and delta x, and now the slope will be the cross fall, so like that. So how long is the cross fall? We can have it's just like 2, or just like 5, and now the offset target, we need to have an offset target here, so we can create edge of can call it edge offset. So but you want it to be an offset, so we want to use this one to define the edge. So the offset will be the edge. So in this case, now if we do like this, if we stretch, this line will be able to stretch from according to the to this constraint. So up from there we can now have another point, and that point will be we want to move a point to this to define the closed loop. So what we can do is we want to add another code. Let's call it a link code, like that. It needs to be 1, so it will be string, and this one is just the link code, like that. So just copy this one. So it has to be, it can be delta x, delta y, and this point will be point code, like that. And now the distance, you can create another parameter here and call it thickness, So that will be the thickness of the Carpark concrete. So just concrete thickness. So oh no, okay, the thickness will be a distance. We want to define the distance, so this one will be, let's assume a distance of 0.2. So just copy this one and we paste there, but now we don't want it on that side, so we want it to be bottom like that. The next thing, we can also bring another point. We do the same, but now we want it to be from P1, so we just so it's from P1 and the will be thickness like that, and the ring we want to give it ring code like that. Now I want to cross this loop, so this one we can just give the code link code, and it's covering from P4 to P3, so it should be P3 to P4 like that. So if you want to see if we have coded everything correctly, but now this one does not have, so we need to give this one a code, so we can call this one edge of driveway, and this one we just give it as, we create a code here, so edge of driveway, so we just, so this one you can just copy the code, and now we have coded everything. Now the remaining thing is that we want to have something that controls the height, the elevation of this point. So what we can do, we can come here to P2 and create another target, but this time it will be an elevation parameter. So we can just create an edge elevation, and now so it will override the elevation, so we just have it like this. So what that means is that if we have to use a line with an elevation like a 3D polyline or an elevation, so this one will control and override the goes for the ground which we have indicated. So after that, now we need to create a camp, but maybe before we create a camp, we can just complete this one by filling in a shape. So this one we just copy, we just put it there, and we can create another parameter here and call it parking concrete. So parking concrete, so this one will be a string, so this one we can just name it as concrete. So we just copy this one and use it here. So now we have coded everything. Now the remaining part here is to create a curb. So how we create a curb? First we can continue and a point, and this point we can have we can add a parameter here, and an input parameter. So we create one here, and we just write camp width or camp bottom width. So we just copy. So we just we want it to start from P3, and then distance can be camp bottom width. We can, let's assume 0.25, I think. So we just copy this one and we indicate there. So this will be the point, and the other thing we want to, now the reason why I've put this point here is so that anytime this one changes, it is not tied to the rest of the parking subassembly. So it does not, it is now connected to the P3. Okay, and we want to also have another point at this point. So we bring another point, and this point will be from P2. So we can have it that is from P2, and we can have an angle and distance. No, let's use, let's make use of distance x. Can have 0.25, and distance y can be 0.3. So this is the point, but I think this will be too much. So I think this is not a good way to work with that one. Maybe we can also try to use let's start from P5 and give it a height of a height of 0. Let's check what is L2. So it's supposed to be wrinkled, so but it's thickness, so can be thickness plus another distance here. So if we just pick this point, we can have the distance to be thickness. Let's see what we had here, thickness. So let's copy this one, then we add 0.3 like that, and now we can also have another point, and that point will be from P6, but we want the distance x to be the cam bottom width. So we copy this one, so we pick cam bottom width less 0.25, is it, or let's say 0.15, but now we don't want this direction. Let's say minus, now let's say plus. Yes, so this point now, it's always this distance minus 0.25, but maybe that one will make it look very sharp, so let's even do 0.05 like that. And now what is remaining is just to come here and connect another link, and that link will connect P2 to P7 like that, and the last link will be P3 to P5, so just P3 to P5. Okay, so what is remaining is we can give this one code. So this one, let's call it ring code, like this one we just give the point code, okay, like that, and this one will also be ring code like that. I think we made a mess. No, the point is the, okay, yes, things of supposed to be here. This is supposed to be point code like that. So what else is, we can also give it as a, let's give this one as a link code also, PL6 like that, and this one we want to, I want us to be able to label this point without having to duplicate all these other codes, so we can give it a different name, but like there you have the edge of travelway here, So we can indicate here, we can give this one P2, the P7, we can give it the point code like this, and this one I want us to change. Maybe we can change the code and call it the camp top. So it's going to be top of camp, like that. So we just copy this one and we change everything like that. So what is remaining is just to have a shape here. Sorry for the size of the screen. So this one we can change here like that. So like that. When we call this one, we call it the curb, and now we want to create that code, curb string, so camp. So this one we can delete. So do we have everything coded? We need to give this one the correct, we can change, we can give this code like that. So the next thing, we want to create a link here which can be used to be like a walkway. So let's create a link, and that link, no, we don't need a link, we need a point. We need to change this. So this one we want it to be from P6, and we want it to be at the distance, we can call it walkway. So this one will be string walkway. So this one is this is the point. So this point first has to extend to a distance from the point 6. So let's see, from point 6 we can give it a distance like 1.2. okay, let's fit, and I think this is the point, so we can call it edge of walkway. So a string, So we write edge of walkway so like that. And now we need to also, we can have another code here and we write it as walkway width, and then the distance we can say that's 1.5. so if we pick this and then we copy the walkway width, now we can paste it here, so it will be dictating the distance. So if we say like one, like just one, so this one changes, and then we need to get a link, and that link will just automatically connect to that point. And now we want to call it walkway, like that. So what is remaining is just to have a line which can be used to tie to the surface or just to another elevation. So in this case I don't want to tie it to a surface, so what I want is to have another offset. So I'll create another offset here and call it the right offset. So do we have it? Let's give it like 5, so that we have this one here. So we can just have a point, and that point will be from P8, and we want it to be at as any given slope. So we can have a slope and delta x, and now the overrange for the elevation, we can use the okay, first of all we can use the daylight offset, and then we have another one here. We create another target, we call it daylight elevation. So it's still going to be an offset. So this point, if we want to change the elevation, can also use the so this is supposed to be elevation, so this one, now we have daylight elevation like that. But now we want let's even just give it at 7.5 like that. But now we want it to, this point we want it to be always falling, can be a polyline, can be a profile, or it can also be a feature line. So let's give it a code, we call it point code like that. and like that. So now this point we are going to use it to tie our design to the surface. So the last thing is just to use a link, and that link will now connect to the last point, and that link we can give it a link code like that. So I hope it is not a very long tutorial. So I just pick what we just see what we have not coded. So I think this one was not content, so we'll just copy this one like this, point code. This one is coded properly, point code. This one is not coded, so we can just give it link code like that, and then we check everywhere, we see if we have all the codes. So I hope we have everything correct, so let us test it. So this is controls this one controls the elevation of this point, this one controls this one, and this one controls the flexing of the any line on the surface, which can be used to tie this design to the surface. So I think this is okay, then you can try it. So let me just save it and give it the name parking Subassembly, and can just give it parking Subassembly, just give it 1. Now here we now save us in my documents, so I give it a name parking Subassembly. Let's give it a bigger tutorial like that. So save, and then you can cross. So let's now come to this one here, and I want us to delete what we have here. Then I hope everything is now gone, and I want to use that assembly that you have made, so we can just input it, import Subassembly, then we'll go to my documents, and this is the one that you have created. Open. Okay, so let's see what we have. Did we get it correct? Import Subassembly, dump Subassembly, I think it is okay. Parking Subassembly, okay, I think it is there. So let us see what we have. I think we may have mixed up the name, so yes, here the name did not change, so let's just parking some assembly. Let's write like that, and we come here, we save. I think this one is okay now. So the reason why I have changed the name is because I don't want to have it replaced, because it is going to give me issues. So it is this one, and let's see what you have. Yes, so this one you can just delete. We just delete this one, and now I want us to use the one that one we have created. So we just like that. Can we do the same? And I think we have made a mistake, because this one we did not indicate the whether it's going to be right or left. So that is easy. We can just come to the Subassembly again and open here, and you can see the issue was here we did not indicate the sign, so this one is supposed to be right, and now we are going to change and give it 2, so that we just we don't have to replace. So let us save and then just go back, and now this one I think we can just delete, and now we want to import like that, and it was that one, and then okay. So let's see what you have. Yes, so this one we can just delete, and we want we can just come here and have it here, and if we go to the other side, so we haven't been able to, I think there's an issue with the, maybe we did not save properly. So let us open again. So this is not properly saved. Let us save, and now I can just change the name and give it 3. So let's make sure it is okay. So we just save and then we close. So let's go back to this one. This one you can just delete, and now I want us to delete. Let us import again, and this time I think should not be so much of an issue. So this one here, and we can just use it here. Sorry for that issue. Now because I had already a corridor here, it has already displayed on this surface, so instead of doing all that, let us just delete the corridor so that I can show you how to make a corridor. So let us just delete everything, so we don't have it now, do we? No. So we just come to home, and then we just create a assembly, so we can just use that one. Then I'm just going to go with the default of that one, so just pick here and like that, and the other one like that. So let's create the corridor. So we just select this one, the assembly, then go to create corridor, and I want to call it parking, and the next thing I want to use alignment, which is already there. It is already there on the surface, and the assembly is this one. And now the target surface will be, there is one here. What we need to do now is just set the targets. So targets, we have a lot of them here. So the edge elevation, or first we can use the edge offset. So left, select, so I think is this one, the polyline. So let's apply, then you can continue to make it work from, first of all we identify the names of this one. So first this is left, and this is the right. So let's see the properties of this one. So we have the left and the right, so we can just go ahead and have our targets. So the edge offset, and then the other one is the edge offset on the right hand side. So we just select this one. Let's use the polyline. Okay, and then we also need to use the daylight offset. So let us pick the left, just use the polyline here, and the right, select, and you use the polyline. Okay, so do we have I think we have set the parameters, but now if we come to the profile, you can see it is not all of the profile that has the, because this is the profile that is defining the Carpark. So we don't want all of these being covered by the corridor, so the corridor can be pushed to around here, and this other side we can have it pushed to around here. Yes, so let us just go up to there, and now I want us to have the section, and then you'll be able to see if we have what we are having. So we can just come here on the sections, and we sample more here, and we just want to use the corridor like that and apply. Okay, so we have our parking sections. So if we want them to attach to the surface, now we also need to target our surface, the elevations. So in this case, what I have here is featuring, and this featuring, if you check it here, it has been adjusted to 0 elevation from the surface, but now I don't want it to be 0 elevation from surface. I need it to be minus 0.5 or 0.3. Okay, so just pick and enter. So we do the same for the other one. Maybe we just pick it and we just yes, I think it is 0.3. So I think that is okay now. So let us now come to this point here, to the corridor, then go back to the corridor targets, and we want to check the edge elevation. So for the left we are going to use featuring. So for the left we pick this one, featuring, and the other one we just pick this other one here. So I'm sure maybe it has changed. So you can see this surface, this our section here has adjusted to be able to work according to the elevations targets. So what you can do, maybe you can just go ahead and extract the surface sorings from the corridor like that, and then go next, and you want it to be dynamic. So that means that if you change anything, the solid will also change according to the design. So let's extract, and I think we have the solid. So I think that we can adjust the frequency. Maybe this is too wide, let's say like 5, and the increment this is okay. And the spirals, if we have any, we have 5 here. Can have like that. Maybe they'll be much more closer and more tighter. So what we have now here is the solenoids, and you can see now they have adjusted in the location of our frequencies. So if we now pick everything, then click select, and then you go to 3D solenoids, select all, okay, then go to body, and I think we have more body, but I think we can just use that. Then let's see what we have here. So this is the parking that we have created, and you can see even the camp has been represented in this design. So thank you for your time, and I hope it was not a very long video. So if you have time, take your time to go through it. If you want to comment anything, I can be able to answer on the comments, or just make a smaller video, or highlight on parts that you may not have understood. So thank you for your time, and I hope you have a nice time. Thank you.